what may seem relatively mild to one person can be
Absolutely.
enormous trauma to someone else. I remember reading years ago an example of talking about counseling people who have been through trauma. And there was a gentleman who was a fireman and had seen all kinds of terrible things. But what really traumatized him was doing some DIY, and he like sliced off a bit of his finger. And that traumatized him much more than all of the terrible stuff he would see at work. So there's no right trauma or wrong
Exactly.
trauma or big trauma. It's trauma, period.
Right. So we often forget that when we're dealing with things like stress. What stresses one person may not stress another. I had a patient in South Africa that came into a crisis center because she couldn't sleep for 3 days. And this might sound ridiculous, but because she couldn't make a decision about a couch that she wanted. There were two, and she couldn't decide. She didn't sleep for 3 days. That was an incredible trauma. It affected her sleep, which is what we're talking about. So how does anxiety stop us from sleeping? Well, it's very simple. Neurologically, the brain does not distinguish between something that we imagine or hold in our head as a perception and a reality.